जय सद्गुरुदेव। सर्वव्यापी प्रभु पास है, मन बच काया जान। स्वामी प्रभु मैं दास हूँ, शरणागत प्रभु मान। जय सद्गुरुदेव। I bow down to the lotus petal of Master of Meditation, Sadguru Sadafal Dev Ji Maharaj, to bless and grace today's session and guide each one of us in our respective spiritual awakening and help us remain connected to the Supreme Power, the highest authority at all times. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to one and all. Jai Sadguru Dev. I welcome each participant of today wholeheartedly in the 17th session of the online Global Meditation Challenge series. As you all be knowing that we keep the event even more challenging and exciting each day, and the Vihangam Yoga team keeps organizing many such events on daily basis, which is definitely going to help and motivate each one of us in our individual spiritual awakening. For those who are not aware of what Vihangam Yoga is all about, let me introduce a bit about it. Vihangam Yoga Organization is an NGO, a pioneer in yoga and advanced meditation training for the upliftment of the human lives in all aspects. The Vihangam Yoga Organization was established in the year 1924 by His Holiness Sadguru Sadafal Dev Ji Maharaj, who discovered this wonderful meditation technique after 17 years of strenuous meditation practice. Today, under the guidance of the present Sadguru, His Holiness Shri Sadguru Swatantra Dev Ji Maharaj, Vihangam Yoga has reached around more than 45 countries and has transformed lives of more than 5 million disciples around the globe. Our international headquarters is situated on the bank of the holy river called Ganges in Prayagraj, Allahabad, India. Vihangam Yoga is also affiliated member of United Nations Economic and Social Development. While we all are connected for the global platform of Meditation Challenge for today, I feel pride and thankful to share that the largest center of Vihangam Yoga is being constructed under the name of Swarved Mahamandir, situated in Varanasi, that is Uttar Pradesh, India, where around 20,000 spiritual seekers can sit together and meditate. I, on behalf of Vihangam Yoga team, strongly recommend to visit this holy temple and seek the blessings and the purest vibrations from Sadguru. Coming to today's agenda, to start with, I take pleasure to invite Garima Mehta ji to please come up with the Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan and seek Sadguru's blessings. Over to you, Garima ji.
जय सद्गुरुदेव। स्वागत गान। आज स्वागने ते गुरुवर संत शुभागम आइए, अध्यात्म वेद्या दिव्य ज्योति सोम रस बरसाइए, दोष दुर्गुण दूर करके शुद्ध हंस बनाइए, भेद गम गति ज्ञान गर्जन शक्ति द्वार हटाइए, खुले द्वारा शब्द सागर भक्त जन अनवाइए, जन सदा फल विश्व शिक्षक शान आन बचाइए। मंगलगान। Mangalgan is recited for Mangal Kamna for the world. विश्व शांति नाम मंगल परम गुरु को ध्याइए वर्ग द्वंद अशांति दूर कर भाव भेद मिटाइए सार्वभौम समष्टि सत्ता ध्यात्म राज्य बनाइए भेष भाषा भाव जगमय ज्ञान पर दर्शाइए समृद्धि सुख शांति धरातल स्वर्ग भूमि बनाइए विश्व शिक्षक जन सदा फल नीति स्वर अपनाइए जय सद्गुरुदेव धन्यवाद
Thank you, Garima ji. Coming to today's agenda, let me give a brief introduction about our speaker guest for today, Dr. Saravanan, for which our audience has been waiting and connected from entire the globe. Dr. Saravanan is a professional neuropathic physician trained in Sydney, Australia, Montreal, US, and India. He has been in practices as a neuropathic physician since 2005 in Singapore. He is a founder of Accelerated Healing Methods. Accelerated Healing Methods. He is a psychotherapist. He is also dealing with metaphysics, healings, self-hypnosis, meditation, and Vasi yoga. Coming to his achievements and awards, Dr. Saravanan was recognized and awarded as Wellness Ambassador for Holistic Care in 2012. In 2019, he was awarded Outstanding Entrepreneur Award for SICCI for his outstanding contributions in business and the economy of Singapore healthcare industry on Doctor's Day, that is 30th March 2021. He was recognized for his contributions in the field of holistic medicine in the corona pandemic period. He was awarded Anandi Bhai Gopal Rao Joshi Award for Corona Warriors. He was recognized for his outstanding services and social contributions to the support of the community during the COVID-19 pandemic periods. He is an immediate past president of Association of Hypnotherapy Professionals in Singapore. He is an ex-member of Society of Divine Oneness. He was also its past president. So let's wholeheartedly welcome our guest of today, Dr. Saravanan, who will be guiding us on the sattvic or the holy food, understanding the metaphysics of food to stimulate the wellness, physical energy, mental strength, as well as emotional stability. As we all know, the ultimate goal of a human body is to stabilize the mind, body, and the spirit. So come on, let's all welcome Dr. Saravanan. Over to you, sir. Dr. Saravanan.
Okay. My humble pranams to all of you, and my salutations and greetings to Sadhguru Maharaj and the divine that is present in each and every one of you. Today, you entrusted me with this topic about speaking on metaphysics of food, and I aspire to do justice by sharing you what I'm aware of and have experienced and practiced in my clinic with my clients. So please listen with an open heart, an open mind, so that you will be able to receive all the information that I'm aspiring to share. And as I do, don't believe anything that I share with you either. Okay, I would like you to experience it and take whatever that you would like to take it for yourself. And in that process, let that free you from the bondage of sickness and illness and take you to greater heights in wellness. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. And okay. Okay, good. And can everybody see what I have put on the screen now? Okay. I'm going to talk about food that heals and food that kills, and the metaphysics of food. A little bit about myself, although it was shared earlier. Just to quickly recap, I provide remedial solutions to illness and disruptive emotions. Holistically, I support pain, diabetes, cholesterol and hypertension, skin challenges, cancers, stress management, and I've been practicing in Singapore since 2017. 2007. And so there's about 17 years of experience that I have here. Prior to that, I was practicing in Sydney for 6 years. So that's about 21 years of experience in holistic medicine. And I'm actually very excited. I want to start with a simple story. Some time ago, a group of students wanted to practice parachute jumping. So they would jump from the plane and the chute opens. Yeah. So as they were doing this and practicing it, they all were finally ready to jump from the plane, and it was all exciting. And everybody got onto the plane. The plane took off, and suddenly, as the plane was flying and it reached the altitude that it has to relieve all the parachute jumpers, all of them jump enthusiastically, and then the teacher jumped in the last one. As he jumped, one of the students was tumbling and screaming, oh my God, something's happened. Oh, don't know what's going to happen. All kinds of things. So the teacher dived to the student and asked, what happened? He said, I forgot to bring my parachute. And then the teacher told him, don't worry, it will be over soon. Okay. Life is also like that. Our body, you have to be prepared and you have to take care of yourself and do all the things you need to do to support your body. For any reason you do not, then you have to pay for the consequences, and it will be over soon, like what it has happened to the parachute jumper as well. So who would benefit from what I'm going to share with today? If you're someone who's suffering from memory loss, dementia, or Alzheimer's, if you ever had a heart attack or a stroke, you experience blurry vision, you feel very thirsty, and you need to go to the toilet on a regular basis, you're feeling tired and ill all the time. If you have recurring skin gum issues and bladder infections, dry and itchy skin, unexpected weight loss or slow healing, or cuts or bruises, or you have loss of feelings in your feet or tingling sensations on your feet, or lack of sexual drive or function, then today, this session, whatever that I'm going to share with you, will help you. We're going to explore what is food, toxic foods, what are their effects. Safety is the ultimate gift you can give yourself, real foods, and what are the benefits of such real foods. Okay. So what is food now? Anything that we consume as food is actually matter, right? Like this banana that I have now, okay, if we can see it on the video, it is matter. But when I eat this, the energy from the banana goes into my body and supports my body. We need to be very clear with this because it will convert into energy, and this energy is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. ATP is the energy currency of the body. It only uses that as energy. Nothing else is used as energy. So this banana that I've eaten, what will happen is that the matter, whatever that is made of, will be flushed down from the body. Yeah, but the fruit, the energy from the food will go into my body and support my body, right? Therefore, food is not actually matter. It is primarily the source of energy that your body has to use. So whatever that we eat comes on as energy, as carbohydrates, fats, and others, right? It is converted into a chemical energy, chemical process. It goes through a metabolic activity, the heat that is created, right? It becomes the energy that supports the ATP, right? So there will be chemical waste as well. And those that are not serving the body will come out as waste from our body. So this energy vibrations has been observed under a Trillian camera, where they have observed cooked food and uncooked food. Now, if you look on the left of the presentation that is here, if you look at the cooked tomato, the vibrations are lesser. It is very dim and it is not as vibrant as the raw tomato that you see on the right. Okay, this is because in its natural form, it is active and full of energy and vibrations that is going to serve your body immediately, right? And likewise, if you see the broccoli that is there, the cooked broccoli is diminished in energy, the raw broccoli is high in energy. Now what happens when you eat food with high in energy and vibration is not, I'm not saying that you eat raw food unless you're used to, you can get used to it. But if you are eating raw food, you become more vibrant in energy, because that energy that the food carries is immediately transformed into your body, which supports your body. If you eat foods that has been cooked to the pulp and there's hardly any energy that is there on the food, then your vital force has got to be used to eliminate all this food that you have consumed, which has got no energy. So actually, after eating that food, you feel very tired. I want to ask, how many of you, after having a meal, you feel very exhausted? If you have experienced that, then the food that you're eating, it is not serving you, it is not giving you energy. It's like putting fuel into the car. Once the fuel is filled, you'll be able to drive, right? You can go in and go the distance and the journey. However, if you have food that there's no fuel in it, the car cannot go where it's supposed to go. If you put the wrong fuel, you put coconut oil in the petrol chamber, you will not get energy from, and you can't drive your car, right? So likewise, you have to have the foods that has got the right amount of energy. So we're going to experience something, okay? Is this energy vibrantly with us all the time? How do we activate this energy? Okay, so I want you to stretch out your palm like this and make a cone with, make a cone with your other hand, with your fingers pointed like that. Look at me and like what in the direction as well. Okay, before you do that, I want you to rub your hand, really rub it. Okay, rub your hand and then just bring your hands slightly apart and feel. You will feel some kind of vibration in between your hands. You will feel something, and now make the cone and try rotate your hand, okay, or just spread your fingers and bring it closer and feel. You can actually feel some kind of vibration that is pricking in the center of your palm. Now, tell yourself, activate, activate, activate 3 times. And then open your palms and bring it together and sense the vibration. Suddenly, you will feel an intense energy that is flowing between your hands. How many of you can feel it? Put up your hands, right? If you can feel it, put your hands up, right? You can put your hands up on the screen, right? And if you're feeling it, wonderful, yeah. Now, you have just become sensitive to energy and vibrations. You can use this anywhere, anytime, everywhere. Okay. So I want to eat this banana. I want to feel it. Is this good for me? I place my hand near the banana and feel the vibration and sense it. It is pricking, high vibrations. Maybe it is suitable for you. If it is very dull, you don't sense anything, that fruit is not suitable for you. Don't eat it. As simple as that. Yeah. So, in metaphysics of food, we encourage people to explore a healthy diet opposed to an unhealthy diet. What does healthy diet do to you? It gives you a sense of self-acceptance. You like yourself, the way you look, the way you carry your energy, the way you look in the mirror. Okay, when you stand in front of the mirror, it gives you a longer lifespan. That means longer lifespan means with quality of life. A lot of people have long lifespan, but they are bedridden. They had a stroke and they can be in the stroke for 10 years. That is not a long lifespan that is worthy of living, right? It is very sad because you are like in a prison within your body and you cannot move, cannot speak, cannot talk, and cannot do anything. You have to be dependent on someone and you are in a lot of pain. Yeah. So longer lifespan with quality of life, with full of energy and vibrations that you're able to go and do all the things you need to do. Better digestions, more energy, your body is fit, right? And you don't go and see a doctor as regularly, right? I've not seen a doctor for the last 20 years. Yeah. It's not that I'm a doctor. Sometimes I don't even take my own remedies. I try to manage it with what I have. And with my diet, with my stress, with my breath. Yeah. So, when you're on unhealthy diet, what all happens to your body. So I'm going to move on. In order to improve the quality of your food and how this energy that you get from your food is being utilized by your body, you need to take food that is high in vibration, correct? So, in order to avoid illnesses, stress, and diseases to your body, you need to know what you are allergic to, what you are intolerant to. Some of the common foods that are that causes a lot of intolerance in people are eggs, milk, fish, wheat, shellfish, nuts, and soy. Right? Soy is so popular here. If you continue to eat soy foods, you will end up developing gout in your body. You will have severe arthritic pain, right? You will have, you end up with a bow leg, and fused bones in your feet, in your hands, carpal tunnel syndrome, and all this kind of stuff. So, and I know recently I've observed a few years ago, I was in India and soy is started creeping in, they call it soy paneer. Yeah. Instead of paneer, you have soy that looks like paneer, you cut it and eat it, and everybody's enjoying in the city. But it causes a lot of problem in your body. And if you want to restore your joints, you want to have it squeaky, and you want to function well and be able to move and jump and run and walk, stop soy completely. Yeah. So that's a tip that you can experience. So we do some tests to find out the allergens, and once you have found, modify your diet. What are toxic foods? I want to ask you, when you were young, what kind of foods were you eating? Were you eating the kind of foods that you find, the biscuits and the things that you find that you're eating now? Were they available when you were young? Were you eating more raw food? Were you eating more fruits? If you have an answer to that and you have been eating foods that have been highly processed, then you are having toxic foods. You're not having natural foods. Okay, so those fancy looking cupcakes and biscuits and pizzas and burgers and whatever they are, even vegetarian burgers, they are not healthy for you because these foods are loaded with chemicals, flavorings, texturants, colors, and preservatives. Now, I'm sure there are many ladies here and many of you would be cooking. Do you add these flavors, textures, colors, and preservatives in your food so that the food will be okay till nighttime or the next few days? You don't, isn't it? You prepare whatever that has got to be prepared, you eat at that time, and then dinner time you prepare something else, right? So what you need to do is you should only eat foods that are natural. Anything that comes in a box, in a can, in a bottle, they are unnatural because they have all those things that I've just shared with you. The preservatives, the colors, the textures, all these things are there, and they will preserve you as well, right? In Singapore, we have a huge phenomena that we have observed recently. You know, Singapore is a small country. We don't have enough space. So all the burial grounds that they had, you know, they lease it to you for about 5 years to 10 years now. After the 5 years or the 10 years, depending on what faith you're coming from, you have to, it has got to be excavated and it has got to be cremated or thrown into the sea. Okay. Now, when they started to clear the land and excavate, they found bodies intact, didn't decompose, didn't degenerate. Why? Because of all these kind of things that has gone into their body when they were alive. They were eating all these preservative, colors, texture, flavorings. They look very colorful, right? They literally didn't decompose. Now, it is all the chemicals that has contributed to that in their body. Can you imagine what kind of problems that you will have? People thought they will just clear some bones and dust, but actually they had to clear actual bodies. So when you're eating your food, yeah, you got to be very, very mindful of what you're having. Okay, so this is a breakfast cereal. Everybody loves to eat cereal because a lot of Western influences come in, and we don't eat our tosei, we don't eat our you know, porridge and roti and whatever that we used to have traditionally. We eat all kinds of stuff. Now, if you look at the ingredients, right? Can you see the word aspartame? That's an artificial sweetener, okay? And it is a chemical component that goes into food. Tartrazine, and you see natural mango, and it is a flavor. It's not the real mango. It is a flavor, right? So iron sulfate, calcium carbonate, do you add all these things in your food? You don't, isn't it? Right? But you, when you buy these foods, so-called healthy food, low fat, you know, they come with all kinds of logos to promote that they are healthy and good for you, but you end up with foods that are highly toxic, even though they claim that it is natural, it is safe, and it is beneficial for you. Don't believe anything that you see in an advertisement. You got to go and look out for yourself. Now you'll be wondering, so what am I supposed to eat? With all this information, I'm already getting so stressed, right? Hey, you have to ask yourself how many bodies you have. Do you have a body somewhere else so that this degenerates and you can quickly go and take that body and continue living? Can that happen? No, it can never happen. Okay, you only have this body, and this body has got to be taken care of. Yeah, it has got to be taken care of. It has got to be supported. So you have to be very, very mindful of what you're putting inside your mouth. Yeah. So look out for the E numbers. Okay. In Singapore, it's quite lax. You don't even declare what the E numbers is. They say permitted colors, flavors, and stabilizers. But in Australia, when I was there, the food information is so precise. You got to literally state what the ingredients have gone in, so consumers can make a informed choice, right? So they have all these E numbers that usually appear in the foods. I do not know about in India or in some other parts of the world, in the US and in Australia, they're very particular. But in Singapore, it's a little lax as well. Yeah. So they look at all the E numbers, and all these are chemicals that go into your body and they are harmful for your body, right? We're so used to, you know, eating all these biscuits and all this, you find that tartrazine is added to that. Now, when you buy fruits, nowadays you will see fruits coming with labels, you know, right? So when the fruits are coming with labels, you need to understand what these numbers mean. Anything that starts with a number 3 or a 4 is a food that has been conventionally grown. They liberally spray all kinds of pesticide and chemicals onto the food. Any food that starts with the number 9, that is an organically grown food. That means no pesticide. It may be smaller. The oranges may end up smaller, or the apple may look a little small, but it is in its from its natural form with no chemicals. Anything that starts with number 8, okay, that means that food is been genetically modified. How many of you like to eat seedless grape? Put up your hand. Okay, you have to ask yourself, is seedless grape natural? Any fruit, can it come without seeds? The nature of food or fruit is to reproduce itself. You know, it drops from the tree when it's not plucked. If it falls a little further, it will regenerate. If it falls closer to the tree, it becomes fertilizer. So it is self-sustaining, and those that dropped a little further, they become fruit trees. And it is natural. That's how nature propagates itself. Now you're getting fruits without seeds because it gets into your teeth, and you know it is uncomfortable for you when you eat them. Then you are eating fruits that are not natural. Now I showed you the picture of the energy structure of the fruits and vegetables just now, right? Can you imagine those fruits without seed, what kind of energy they will have? They are one of the leading cause for all the fertility problems in this world, all the childhood defects and all this that are coming and happening now, right? Autism, you know, ADHD, Asperger's, spectrum disorders that our children experiencing, all coming from genetically modified food because they are no more natural. We go for convenience, but we conveniently become very sick. Everybody loves to eat something sweet. Okay, sugar is one of the leading cause of cancer. This is something that will totally eliminate and destroy your vibrations in your body. It depletes you of your energy, and sugar is a preservative. You buy fruit juice in a pack, in a bottle, and you notice that the fruit juice actually can last longer, sometimes 1 year, 2 year. But the natural fruit juice that you buy from the shops, from the roadside stall that will give, you know, takes a sugar cane, who squeezes a sugar cane, or the fruit juice, apple juice, or orange juice that you get from your shops, the fresh ones, yeah. You notice that when you leave it for about 10-15 minutes, the fiber and the water separates. Okay, why? Because that's natural. But how the same apple juice that you find in a bottle or a pack can remain as it is? You can drink it 1 year later and still be okay. Why? Because they add sugars, they add colors, they add stabilizers into that drink so that it can be preserved and kept longer, so that it becomes economically viable to sell them. If anything that deteriorates very quickly, nobody would buy. You know, even if you stir the juice back again, the natural juice, stir it back and you want to drink, doesn't happen. Yeah. So you need to be very, very careful. And sugar is one of the leading cause of cancer. And there's no essential nutrients in the sugar. It is empty calories. So if you're taking them, then it is going to cause a lot of harm to your body because it will cause an insulin spike, which will make you crave for more sugars and increases your stress hormones, and it will stop the ATP, and it will stop the human growth hormones functioning, which are repair hormones. They repair your body. Okay, so you got to be very mindful of the kind of sugars that are naturally added. They are unnatural, but they will naturally add it because human beings are natural human beings. So they will add all these kind of things to keep you sick. Nobody is bothered about your wellness. Yeah, be mindful about it. Nobody is bothered about your wellness. They are only interested in money. So they will continue to use this, and you cannot stop them. Actually, you cannot stop them because there are people who are ignorant, who are not aware. They will continue to buy, and because these people are buying, they will continue to manufacture and produce all these junks, right? But can you imagine you have only this body and all this junk goes into your body, what all kinds of problems will happen to you? You want to suffer and be in this problem, Or would you like to be in a space where you are free, you're able to focus and attain the divine oneness that your Vihangam yoga is aspiring you to achieve? Food plays a significant part, my dear sisters and brothers. You need to be very, very mindful of what goes into your body, right? Even if you say, oh, never mind, one day it's okay, I will take it, no, it is going to cause enough harm that it takes a long time to deplete. Okay. Now, coming to cooking oil, human beings are the only beings on earth that use oil for cooking. Right? To accelerate the cooking, they add oil. Yeah. So all processed food are high in unhealthy fats. Unhealthy fat, fat or trans fat, they are the cloggers, not your saturated fat or anything like that. Trans fat are the ones that actually clog into your body. And the oils that you see, if you look at the extreme right of your screen, you'll see the oil is black in color. And the one on the extreme left is golden in color. The oils that are golden in color are the most sellable, which has been refined, bleached, and deodorized with all kinds of chemicals. The one in black is natural, but nobody will buy black oil because it looks very ugly. Black is ugly for a lot of people, so they don't buy. But truly, it is unnatural and it is not necessary to consume all these oils. But we are so used to eating fried food. We are so used to eating, put a lot of oil in our vegetables and cook it so that it tastes really, really nice. But I'll tell you something. Any fried food that you continue to eat on a regular basis will contribute to colorectal cancer, cancer in the digestive tract. Okay. So you got to minimize fried food. Okay. And be aware that these oils that have been refined, bleached, and deodorized, we have coconut oils in Singapore that you cannot smell the coconut in them. It looks like a bland, plain oil, right? Why? Because it has gone through the refining, bleaching, and deodorizing. No smell. Yeah. So, is it healthy to eat such oils? No. Okay. So, what are the healthy oils to take? So you'll be wondering, okay, I need to use some cooking oil, but what do I use? Coconut oil, natural coconut oil, cold pressed coconut oil is good. You can use ghee. If you can use your Bologna ghee, which is produced from your natural cows of India. Yeah, you have Jersey cow, yeah, and the natural cows from India. Okay, Gir cow and I can't remember other names, but very popular here is Gir cow, right? They actually call it A2 ghee. A2 ghee is the natural ghee, which with the aurum hydroxide, which gives the gold color, right, in the ghee, and it is very, very useful for your body. Okay, and it supports your wellness and promotes energy and healing. If you have a cut and you always end up healing with a scar, if you apply some ghee, you will heal without a scar, and you will heal rapidly. Why? Because of the antioxidants, the energy that is naturally in the ghee. Okay, so coconut oil, ghee, sesame oil, mustard oil, and avocado oil, they have got high burning point. They're really beneficial for you. Plastic, we use plastics with all kinds of things. My encouragement to you is anything that is plastic, comes in a plastic, don't use it, because you may think that it's convenient, you just eat and throw. But before you eat and throw, it has gone through all kinds of process and it is exposed to elements. When you buy a water bottle, the plastic water bottle, before you buy it, it is in the stall and is exposed to light, sunlight, and heat. Right? I'm sure you all are experiencing extreme heat in your country now, especially those in India. It is very hot in Singapore as well, right? And the heat that you get literally releases the phytochemicals, the phytoestrogens from the plastics into the liquid or the food. And you know what happens? When you consume it, all these phytochemicals, oh, sorry, these chemicals, they're not phytochemicals, actually, they're chemicals, okay? And the pseudoestrogens, will get into your body and they mimic all kinds of hormonal impact in your body. That's why we have children who are attaining puberty at 8 years old, 9 years old. They, those days, my early days, I remember my older sister attaining puberty at about 12, 13 years old. My younger sister also somewhere around this. But nowadays, children are getting puberty at the age of 8. Is it natural to attain puberty at the age of 8? That means she can conceive and have a child at that age, It is not natural. And why is this happening? All these chemicals, the plastics that gone into our food. So my encouragement to you, you want to be environment friendly, don't buy anything that comes in a plastic. Okay, don't consume it as well, because your body will end up with a chemical overload and it will start to mimic all kinds of hormonal impact and it will make you really, really sick. Like men who been exposed to all these plastic laden food, and they are eating foods from these, they start to develop breasts. Men developing breasts. This is unnatural. Men don't have breasts. They have a nice flat chest, but they develop breasts because of all these chemicals that's gone into your body, right? Now, these are the shocking figures about plastic being going into our ecosystem, right? And we have seen videos. You would have seen a lot of videos being WhatsApp or TikTok. You would have seen it, where the sea is covered with miles of plastics and it is all being washed ashore. Yeah, they create all kinds of problem. And one of the things that they have found, microplastics getting into our system into our water, because we have polluted enough in our water system. It goes into our body, is affecting the human brain. All kinds of problem that is experiencing now, climatic, yeah, and calamities that we go through caused by humans because of the mind which has become messed up because of plastics that we have been conveniently using. How to be plastic safe? So simple thing, avoid all plastic bottles and containers. Do not store any food in plastic containers, even if they claim it is BPA free. Okay. Those containers, they have fantastic parties at home. They sell all these Tupperware and everything, and somebody's making money, but because somebody's using it, they microwave it, they put on the heat and whatever, and they pour hot water in a plastic cup and they try to drink. All these are literally releasing all chemicals into your food and water, and it's going to harm you. What do we use? Use glass or steel bottles and containers. Use bamboo, clay bottles, Pyrex, glass, yeah, and avoid aluminum containers. You think, oh, aluminum is good. How many of you, I wonder, how many of you are actually cooking from aluminum pots? If you are, throw it away immediately. Why? Because aluminum reaches the aluminum particles into the food when you expose it to extreme heat. Because Indian food, when you cook, it can go as maximum as 120 degrees, 180 degrees Celsius, right? Especially when you're cooking your curry, your sabji, your khichdi and everything, right? It goes into extreme heat and the aluminium starts to leach. Aluminium causes Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, because it straight away gets into your brain, it affects the neurons in your brain and it damages them. If you want to have a healthy brain, if you want your child to have a healthy mind, stop using aluminium. Don't buy any canned drinks that is contained in an aluminium can. You need to open the nice busy bottle, the can is, and then you want to drink from the can. I tell you, this is going to cause serious harm to your body. Safety is the ultimate gift you can give yourself. As I shared with you earlier, you have only this one body. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, what is the true purpose in your life now? What is the true purpose, especially now the COVID rules are relaxed and you are reflecting a lot of things. A lot of people have attained enlightenment during the COVID period, but a lot of people are still living in fear, not knowing what is going When is the next pandemic coming, or what virus is going to come and attack them? They live in fear. They're very worried. They're scared. They are immobile. Okay. Now, and at the same time, a lot of people have lost their business. A lot of people have started new careers, new businesses. They are thriving. Some have crumbled and they become nothing. Now you have to ask yourself, is your purpose in life, is it about career, business, family, friends? Is it getting all the qualifications? I'm so proud of all the Indians that are out here now. You got, I don't know how you all manage it, but you get so many qualifications, BSc, MBA, MPhil, PhDs, many PhDs and all this. I don't have that stamina, but hats off to all of you, because you guys are wonderful. You must be really, really intelligent. Otherwise, you won't be able to achieve it. But can you see the kind of things that you put in your mouth can actually stop you, and you become something like us? We are happy with 1 degree. We don't go about, pursuing new things because we cannot. We are so bogged down with paying our bills. Imagine we live to pay bills. Are you living to pay your bills? What are you living for? You have to ask yourself. We get one demand notice from some credit card or company or something. We get very frightened and upset. Oh my God, what am I going to do? And some people kill themselves for credit cards. You have to ask yourself, is it worth? Okay. So anything you experience in this life, you have to do it with your body. You can't do it with anything else, right? Only through this, with this body, you can experience anything in your life. Now, if you can only experience with this body, can you understand how you need to take care of yourself with this body, yourself in your body? You have to give tender, loving care. You need to love your body. You need to respect your body. You need to celebrate your body and enjoy this body. You are here to enjoy life. Why do you torture yourself? How many of you who gathered here today listening to this are on medication? You're taking about 6 or 7 pills. In our country, we go to the polyclinic and see our doctors on a regular basis every 3 months. They come with a buffet, like a buffet full of drugs, and it's for 3 months supply. And they keep on doing this. Can you imagine the kind of toxins and drugs that's going into your body? Simple calculation. If you take 5 tablets daily, drugs, 5 drugs daily, okay? How many tablets are there in 10 days? 5 times 10, 50 tablets. Can you observe in 30 days, 150, okay? And in 10 months, how many? And in 1 year, how many you would have taken? And how many of you have been taking these drugs for years? Especially diabetics who take all the metformin and then the cholesterol medication, and then because of all the problems they have with their digestive system, omeprazole and all kinds of stuff. You're taking this and been doing it for years. Can you imagine the chemical load that you have in your body? What are you doing to remove this chemical load in your body? So be mindful about what you eat and drink. When you are stressed, you ingest your stress. All these chemicals, all the foods that you assume that is food, you're taking it, you are chemically affecting your body, where you cannot experience any spiritual vibration. Your spiritual vibration will be disrupted and blocked if you continue to take these things, and you will not be able to realize yourself truly. So something has got to be done. Something has got to be done so that you can become aware of your true self. Now, observe one more thing. Despite all these complications that we may have and experience, you're still alive. You have to ask yourself why you are alive. Okay? Alive to experience and realize myself, the divine within me. Absolutely, that is an ideal thing. But are you allowing your body to allow your spirit to become aware and experience the divine within you, the oneness of existence? Are you able to experience? Imagine I have a boil on my bum. I cannot sit down in meditation. And then how am I to meditate? stand and meditate. How long can I stand and meditate? You know, how long can I lie down on my face down and try to breathe and meditate? Can I do, you know, breathing exercises? Can I do jyoti meditation? Can I contemplate on the divine? No way, no way, right? Imagine that is just a little boil on your bum. But can you imagine people who has got skin problems, people who have got cancer, people who have diabetes, you know, Alzheimer's, dementia, and all this? You are alive but useless. Why? So regain yourself, harness yourself, get yourself back to the thing that you need to achieve. Otherwise, there's no time. We will die. Yeah. Water is elixir of life. Always remember, you know, the water that you drink from your tap, right? It is, if it is chlorinated, if it is got fluoride, if it is got microbe, it can contribute to colorectal cancer. Okay. We have new water in Singapore. That means recycled water. All the water that goes into the toilet, it is filtered, it is processed, and then comes back as drinking water. Can you imagine? It goes through uh, they call it RO water, you know, and this water that goes through the membrane, right? Maybe chemicals and metals and things can be filtered, but hormones cannot be filtered through that membrane. It goes into, a lot of people are taking hormone medication, and imagine those, it comes to you in the water and creates all kinds of hormonal problem in your body. Thyroid issues. A lot of people are now suffering from thyroid issues, imbalance thyroid. Why? Because of poor quality water. Water is your right, but now water is has become, you know, to have healthy water, it is deprived. People cannot have it, right? So you need to electrolyze, hydrogenate, oxygenate, and microcluster your water before you drink. Those water that you get in your bottle has got about 26 clusters. It has got to be reduced to 6 or 5 so that it can be absorbed by your body, used by your blood. So you need to think of technology and how to apply it and make it safe and available for you. So the acidity of water, test your water. Is it acidic? Is it alkaline? Right? Anything that is below 7 is acidic. It is harmful for your body. Anything that is above is alkaline. It is reasonably good for your body, but you cannot have too much of alkaline water as well. Okay. So one of the important things that you drink about water, okay, or about water, is you need to drink water up to about 3 liters of water daily for an average person. A 60 kilogram person need to drink about 3 liters. So if you're about 80 kilos, you need to drink 4 liters. If you're hitting about 100 kilos, then you need to drink about 5 liters of water, right? And one of the common things that women do is that they don't drink water in the daytime because they don't want to go to the public toilet or the toilet in their office because it is very, very dirty. So they avoid drinking water, but they know that they have to drink water. They come home and drink in the evening. They catch up with their water drinking in the evening because it's easy to use the toilet at home. However, when you drink too much water after 7 o'clock in the evening, naturally you're going to have disrupted sleep. You're going to wake up many times in the night and go to toilet, and your body will not be hydrated properly, and you end up with a lot of issues that promotes arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, skin issues, all kinds of problems will start to happen. You got to be mindful of that. So drink water at regular intervals during the day, and if you really need to have drink, you really need to drink water at about 7, okay, or after 7. Drink a little bit. Don't drink copious amount of water, because if you do, you will have disrupted sleep. You cannot sleep properly, right? So help yourself. Drink throughout the day and create a campaign to have clean, usable toilets. You know, one of the Swamiji, I remember saying this, you know, marriage is like a public toilet. Okay? But I'll just say this now for the fun of it. You know, he says that everybody, you know, wants to go into marriage, you know, and they want to go into the public toilet. But The moment he gets into the public toilet, he wants to come out as quickly as he can because he cannot stand the smell, all the problems that involve in it. So there are a group of people who desperately want to come out after going in, and there are always people who want to go in. You know, this was shared by someone, but it was such a funny thing. I just remembered, but I wanted to help you remember. You know, getting that water into your body is an essential thing, and for your brain function, for your joint to be healthy, for your hormones to work properly, and your body to be healthy and vibrant, you need to get that water into your system at regular intervals. It is important that you take some form of probiotics on a regular basis. Okay, probiotics promote repair, it promotes metabolic activity, it improves immunity, it supports digestive system. So you can say you can take yogurt, but yogurt has only got 2 strains of probiotic: biofidobifidum, lactobacillus, acidophilus. Okay, however, this probiotics is essential, it is natural, but you need a multi-strain probiotic. Okay, so if you can have any supplement, if you want to eat vitamin C, or if you cannot even have vitamin C, have probiotics. Okay, have probiotics. Find out where you can get healthy probiotics and take them, because there are also commercial probiotics which don't have any active bacteria. So you need to get something that has got active bacteria. Take it on a daily basis, because in modern times, how much you try to have, your oranges. Oh, oranges has got vitamin C, I can have. You know how negligible amount of vitamin C is available in oranges now, to the point where you need to eat a basket full of oranges to get the essential vitamin C that you need for that moment. Okay, and it is not possible. How can you eat a basket full of oranges daily to get the essential vitamin C? Then what are you going to eat next? You will turn very colorful, you will turn orange in color, right? Because of the carotene that is naturally found in oranges as well. So be mindful. My interesting and most favorite part of this thing. If you look at this, it is going in a spiral. Any food right smack in the center, which is purple, very dark purple in color, you will see that it's purple, light purple, it's becoming red, orange, yeah, and then green, and all the way it becomes white. Okay, anything that is dark purple in color, it is a food that is of high vibration, it is highly beneficial for you. Take them, don't hesitate. Anything that is red, take them, it is beneficial for you. Anything that is orange in color, take them, it is beneficial for you. Anything that is green in color, it is beneficial for you. Take them. Anything that is white, take the least, don't take as much. Okay, take the least. And by the way, the carrot that you see there is orange in color. That is a genetically modified carrot. You know what's the actual color of the carrot? It is purple in color, right? So in Holland, they did some magic, because it matches their king's favorite color, and they created orange carrots, and it became worldwide. Everybody buys and eat orange carrot, and they think it's good for the body. If you really want to get beta carotene from your carrot, you need to take purple ones. The orange ones you will get some, but it's not as beneficial as what you would like to have. Yeah. Almonds. I would encourage everyone to have almonds, unless you have a thyroid issue. Then you should be limiting the amount of almonds that you have, because the arginine that you find in almonds actually can create a havoc in your thyroid balances. But normal people, you can have almonds. And do you know, when we talk about energy of food, that means your body receives only energy. Whatever that goes as matter, comes out as waste. So an almond, an almond can be broken into 5, and it can feed 5 people and give them essential energy that they need for a day. How is it possible? I eat 3 almonds and I still feel very dull in my head, because of the toxic overload that you have within yourself. Okay, the toxic overload in yourself. So how to have a memory booster that is naturally available? Very simple. soak it in water overnight, peel the skin, eat about 2 to 4 pieces until you learn how to eat energetically, and it will support your brain. Good, give it to anyone. Don't just give it to children and you don't take it because one day you will forget your child's name. So take it for yourself as well. Take it on a regular basis. If the almond is green in color, it's turned green, don't take it because it has got cyanide. It's not natural and it is not healthy to have that. Okay, brown almonds, you can have the Afghan almonds, no problem. Kashmiri almonds also good. All the common almonds that you get in your shops is very good. Okay, if you have thyroid problem, don't take them. We are coming to an end to my presentation. I want you to try an experiment. Okay, it's called DNA healing, or it is also known as metaphysical healing. This is something that I've used and applied to my clients who have multiple problems. They don't know how to overcome the problems. Such people come and see me, and I try to give them simple solutions that give them confidence, and later I can manipulate and do everything because they are already at the edge of their life where they feel that, if this doesn't work, I will kill myself, or I'd rather die than live. Okay, I hope nobody is in that position here now. So what I would encourage you to do is this. Mung beans, I'm sure all of you are familiar with mung beans, green beans. Okay, take them. Okay, put it in your mouth. Take one or two. Okay, put it in your mouth, swish it around, roll it in your tongue, then take it out. Take it out from your mouth. Put it in a wet cotton and let it sprout. Okay, put it in a wet cotton, let it sprout. Okay. Now, the mung bean is actually a seed. Okay. I don't know whether you have grown mung bean and make it a big plant. Okay. But the fact that it can sprout and grow into a big plant is because it has all the information that is naturally registered within that seed for growth, for it to propagate and evolve and create multiple seeds. It has everything within it. Now, if it can do it for itself, it can do it for you. Now, the moment the seed touches you, it interacts with your energy and it starts to acknowledge what is deficient in you. Okay, because the seed is alive, it sends your problems, your vibrations, and all this. And then you place it on a wet cotton wool. Now, what will happen is that the seed will start to interact with the universal energy. Okay, now the seed has its own energy, the own information that it has to produce. Now, it has been through your mouth, you have switched it around and you put it there, it is carrying additional burden. So what it will do is naturally it will try to eliminate and clear by absorbing the universal information so that it can only produce mung beans. A mung bean will not become something else. It can only become a mung bean. For it to happen, it has to receive all the universal information and clear whatever imbalances that has come from me. Okay. So this seed interacts with the universal energy and absorbs all the energy imprints to nurture and repair the cells as it sprouts. Now, when you eat the seed, it starts to establish balance and heal you. So that sprout that now carries all the universal energy information, that when you eat the sprout, okay, let it sprout for 2-3 days. Okay, so it goes into your body, you chew and you swallow it, that becomes medicine. Don't believe me? Try. So the healing power of plants. Plants have super intelligence. If you put your saliva on the seed of an edible plant and place it in the soil, something miraculous will happen. The plant will read your DNA and structure its own organic genetic blueprint to be a superfood based on any deficiencies or requirements that your DNA is signaling. this is an amazing experience, an amazing experiment. Okay, I'm sure your child goes to the science class and comes home with the cotton bud with the seed and waiting to sprout, and they said, oh, this is how plant grows and all this. Do you know the plants can actually heal you? And this is one way to experience it. Yeah. So with this, I close my sharing. Okay. I close sharing. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them. Right. If you have to ask, please ask. Right. And thank you, Subhashji, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share. I hope I've not scared anyone. Yeah. Okay, somebody's asking. Do we just have? Okay, let me look at that. Yeah, the chat. We just have to do with one sprout and add others just in it, or we have to do with all the sprout to be grown. Okay, just one enough. One or two is enough, but it must be yours, not somebody else's. Okay, so you got to take it. Okay, somebody's raised hand, please.
Can I ask a
Okay.
question?
Please, please.
Thank you, Dr. Sab. It was really nice. The session was very insightful. I wanted to ask any recommendation on the oil, eating edible oils, what one should consume on day-to-day basis, please.
Okay, good question. Ghee, A2 ghee, or the native cow ghee, it will be a really beneficial thing for you to use. Coconut oil is beneficial, and ideally cold pressed coconut oil. Sesame oil, mustard oil. They have got all high burning point, and avocado oil, it also has got a high burning point. They can withstand temperatures up to about 380 degrees Celsius. So anything that you fry, boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. You can actually use these oils to recycle. Any other oil, your sunflower oil, your olive oil, or anything. Actually, not olive oil, but sunflower oil and nut oil or anything like that will become transferred at 40 degrees Celsius. That is slightly above your body temperature. So you need to use oil that can have got a high threshold for burning point. And so these are the oils that you can use. Olive oil is beneficial. It can withstand temperatures up to about 70 degrees Celsius. And you should not use it for frying, but you can spread it on your salad and you can eat it. It's an amazing immune booster as well, olive oil. So you can still consume olive oil, but take it cold, not for frying. You can use it for stir fry, that is okay as
So for frying, you have mentioned sesame, mustard, avocado, and coconut.
Coconut and ghee.
Okay. Thank you.
So
And
yes.
the last thing which you have mentioned about the seed. So when you are doing that saliva thing on the seed, so we've taken a handful of mung beans, and then you have to saliva all the mung beans, or you just take one single mung bean or a few beans and then mix it with the other beans.
Okay, what I would encourage is this: take just one mung bean, put in your mouth, and let it sprout. Okay. Don't take too many. Just one good enough, because you're interacting with energy. You're not interacting with the food.
Okay. So and
Just
it
one good enough.
how often?
Take once and experience it, what it's like.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Make yourself very sensitive. Sense it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saravanan, for your tremendous guidance on how to stay fit and healthy. I'm sure that all the participants are enjoying and they are getting benefited. And therefore, I humbly request whosoever wants to have some clarification on any of the slides, please be benefited of this golden opportunity. Dr. Saravanan is live with you guys. So please come up with the questions and you will be unmuted and you can come up with your questions.
Okay. So unmute yourself and ask. Somebody asked about almonds, eating almonds without being peeled. It's okay. It's just a little unpleasant when you have it soaked because they start to come out. They irritate your throat. So it's good to take them off and eat it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saravanan, for this beneficial talk. The same thing about this mung bean, because this is very, very new thing. We haven't heard about it. So
Yes.
I have just two queries about it. That yeah, you said that one mung bean at a day, and roll it in your saliva and
Not
sprout
one
it.
mung bean at a day. Sorry, let me clarify. You're not taking one mung bean at a day. You just take it once.
Oh, only once. Only once.
Yes, only once, because you're interacting with energy and see what it does. Then wait for a couple of days. You can repeat if you want to.
Take couple of days. You mean they say one mung bean one day and then couple of days you have to take?
Yeah. So you take it for one time, and
Yeah.
let that body adjust and do what it has to do. After that, you take it. If you really need it, you take it and observe what are the changes that are happening in your body. If you still don't feel good or you need more improvement, then do it again. Say by 10 days time.
Okay, so then the good time is in the morning you should take, right? Early in the morning when you get up, that time you should eat that sprouted mung.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, and any time of the day you can put it in your mouth. Yeah.
Mouth in the morning and put it out there. Let it sprout for 2-3 days. It becomes a little plant. Take it, put it in your mouth.
Okay,
And
understand. Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you so much, doctor. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sarvana. If anyone has any further questions, please go ahead. We are
Yes,
open for the question and answer section.
yeah. Thank you so much, doctor. I'm Sujata here. I just want to find out that about the water. Like you mentioned that water is chlorine one. So how we have to drink the boiled water, or we have to keep in the jug for a few hours to clean the water, like oxygen will take the chlorine, or how you suggest us to take the water?
You need to use a proper filter. Unless you live in a natural environment out in a village where you got access to clean well water, you can drink that directly. But if you are living
I'm from Singapore only.
Okay. So if you're in Singapore, you still I don't drink the tap water because of the new water thingy. It is clean, but it's not safe. So what I do is I use a filter, and you can connect with me later. And this filter that I use, it filters and alkalizes the water. So I drink from, I don't use bottled water unless I find Evian, Evian water or Fiji water, right? It's still not a healthy thing to drink because this is in a plastic bottle.
So, okay, thank you. And another thing, you mentioned that I'm already taking medicine from few years. Like after taking medicine, like diabetic medicine, thyroid medicine, then 10 mg, they give cholesterol, also polyclinic, how you mentioned everything, they will give the same thing. So if I want to, after medicine, my everything is, report is like 6.3, is all balanced. I spoke to my doctor, I said, can I reduce? She said, no, you can't reduce. So
this is what they put you on a vicious cycle of keeping you in the loop of taking medicine.
Yes.
Right?
So
I was just waiting for you to say this. Despite everything being balanced, they still ask you to continue to take the medicine because they claim that this medicine is keeping you in balance. So in order to be balanced, you got to continue to take the medicine. What nonsense is this?
Yeah.
Cut, when you have a cut, you put a plaster. When the cut is healed, do you still need to put plaster?
No.
So we need to find out what other ways where I don't need to be on medicine, and if I have a healthy balance in my parameters for my blood test and everything, and I am feeling good already. Usually people have healthy parameters, but they don't feel good, So you need to find ways to improve the quality of your wellness, that you're feeling good. Your feel good factor needs to be improved. And at the same time, you need to improve. Don't depend on markers from your blood profile or anything, and take that as your wellness.
Okay.
Wellness has got to be in the way you move, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you can perceive and think and perform. If you're not able to do that, then that is not wellness, even though your healthy markers are healthy. So you need to go and speak to someone who can guide you with diet, with health. Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Okay,
Saravanan.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, doctor.
Okay.
I now request Prem Prakash ji to please come up with his question. He has been waiting since long, very patiently. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was a very good presentation, Dr. Saab, and wonderful to know the natural things. My what is B12 and D3 is a common deficiency these days. So what is your suggestion to overcome these deficiencies for B12 and D3?
You need to get dark green vegetables. You need to eat a lot of vegetables that are grown naturally, so they absorb the sun, right? But because of the food that we experience, we eat nowadays, they are all commercially produced. So you don't get them from the essential minerals and nutrients that you need, especially D3 and B12. So you need to spend some time in the sun, okay? Now, we go to work before the sun rises and we return home when the sun sets. Children are also doing that. So we don't get enough sunlight. You need to get some sunlight into your body will naturally adjust. If you are in an environment where you don't have that opportunity, then you have to supplement yourself with vitamin D3. You need to take it as a supplement, and you need to also take B12 supplements or inject yourself with B12 on a regular basis until you achieve certain normalcy, right? A lot of vegetarians experience this problem, right? But not all of them experience this. If you have a habit of exercising, getting out in the sun, and eating healthy, you wouldn't face this problem.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saravanan, for your insight on this one. We have a couple of questions again from one of our listeners, Maya ji. She has come up with two very nice questions, which even I was like, because I'm from Middle East and countries like such countries where we have access of drinking water only through the bottled drinking water. We have access to such countries. What is your take home point for such places? How do we consume the water? Because you already told that once the water is being filtered and into the plastic containers. So for such countries and such people in such scenario, what is your take home point?
Okay. My encouragement to you is invest on a proper filter. You need to get pre-filters and then the filter. Okay, the pre-filters will strain out corrosive stuff that could harm your body, and then the filter will remove all the finer things, and then you need to get that water. I don't want to go into the bandwagon where I want to promote any particular brand, but you need to invest on something. I use a machine called Kangen. There's also there are two Japanese machines that are very popular and they really help. And the other one, which is Fuji Ryoki, it produces a hydrogenated water as well. So some safe ones that you can use, but you can find many filters out there. Just have to ensure that you don't get carbon filters in your water, because carbon causes cancer. So you need to find suitable filters that will support you. Carbon filters are cheap, but they are not helpful.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saravanan. One last question in the same regard, the same about the bottled milk which we get around the world these days very commonly, and where the people have not access to the natural direct from the dairy. Do you have any insight, any guidance on those?
I always get asked this question. Okay, this is not to embarrass anyone. Okay, cow's milk are for cows. Yeah, they're not for humans. And human beings are the only ones who drink milk even if they're 80 years old. Yeah, so we need milk for a certain period of time. during the growth spurt, the child which is growing and evolving, it needs milk. When it starts to eat other foods, you can safely wean milk from the diet. Okay, so we don't really need to take milk. If you really have to take milk, instead of taking cow's milk, try taking some nut milk. Okay, nut milk is like almond milk or macadamia milk. Okay, so take those millet milks, yeah, quinoa, or different millets that are there. You can make milk out of them as well. Right, coconut milk. If you have the habit of drinking coffee, try taking coffee with coconut milk. I tell you, it's a wonderful experience. You must try. Okay, we are so used to drinking cow's milk, and we think that it's nutritionally beneficial. It gives you all the calcium and the works. It is all commercially driven. You drink 1 liter of cow's milk, you get a point something milligram of calcium, which is not hardly any benefit, to your body. So if you really ask me, if you need to take milk, don't. If you could benefit by taking different forms of milk from millets, coconut, because coconut milk has lauric and capric acid naturally, and this is as good as mother's milk. In our part of the world, when the mother is not able to breastfeed the child, they give the child coconut milk, and the child thrives and grows naturally. They don't give cow's milk. These are the early days, but now they say that cow's milk is the only thing you can drink. You have to take cow's milk. Poor cow, it is suffering because of all of us. So I wouldn't encourage people to take cow's milk. It's one of the leading cause of allergens in the world as well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Saravanan, for your all the efforts, and we feel the vibrations around us already of the positivity. Now, I quickly invite Chandan Singh ji to please come up for vote of thanks and this Shanti part. Over to you, Chandan Singh ji.
Thank you, Deepali ji. First of all, I would like to thank our guest speaker today for this amazing talk. It was amazing to know different aspects of food, or we can say the science of food in simple way in a short span of time. On behalf of the organizing team of 30 Days Global Meditation Challenge, we are grateful to have you here in this platform. And Vihangam Yoga Singapore team takes this opportunity to thank you for this wonderful session. Food that heals, food that kills. 21 years of experience in this field is an amazing thing to know. Your service to society is commendable, and we are very happy and grateful to have you here in our session today, sir. A story of aeroplane and parachute example was impactful, and a big message was given to us in a simple way. We also got to know different aspects of food in this session, and I hope people who are foodie will be able to utilize the concepts learned in this session in their day-to-day life. The message was loud and clear that food is a source of energy. We were able to understand the concept of energy and vibration in food. The importance of raw food and cooked food was one of the new things for us to know and understand. Knowing about allergies of food and intolerance was amazing. Safety is ultimate gift, which we can give to ourselves, was a great message and takeaway of this session. And we have only one body, and to fulfill the purpose of life, we need to love our body and respect our body. Use of plastic is not good for us, and in our life was a message for all of us. Be mindful about what we are eating and drinking when we are stressed is a great message and a takeaway from this session. Importance of water was explained. Drinking how much water on the basis of the weight was something which was very exciting to know. Overall, it was an amazing session, and a lot of information was given to all of us in very simple way and short span of time. Thank you so much, sir, for giving this wonderful information and details to all of us in this forum. On behalf of all the people connected here in this session, as well as those who are watching us via Facebook, we extend our sincere thanks and regards. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Garimaji, for your... Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, Garimaji, for your service to the master by reciting Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan so beautifully, and hope to have you again in this forum. Thank you, Deepali ji, for hosting today's session so smoothly and serving the master in a good cause. Hope to have you again in this platform in future sessions. Thank you, Subhashji, for bringing these amazing ideas and turning this into a reality. Today we have already reached on day 17, and we had many amazing sessions in past few days, and today also, as well as we have more planned in future. All the hard work put in by the Global Meditation Challenge team will be fruitful only when all the participants will meditate, submit the daily reports, and join the sessions and get benefited. As you had said in the starting session, that we are not challenging anyone and no one is challenging us. It's a challenge where challenger is we, and we ourselves are challenging ourselves. So keep pushing, motivating to make it happen. In the last, thanks to Vihangam Yoga Singapore team for all the support to make this session successful. Thanks to all the participants who have joined us on Zoom as well as connected via Facebook. We thank you all for the continuous support and encouragement. Few points which we need to note. We need to meditate daily, submit our reports on daily basis. We need to push ourselves a bit in adverse conditions, ask questions, attend events. If you have any question, go to this Slido link and enter the code GMC and put your questions for future sessions in which we can answer this. All the meditation links which you can see on the screen is on the basis of each and every country. Whichever timing, whichever country practice session suits you, you can join and practice with us. We thank all our partners for supporting us in this 30 days Global Meditation Challenge. Now let's join me in Santi Part. हे प्रभु शांति स्वरूप हो, शांति शांतिमय शांति, शांति शांति जन शांति हो, पूर्ण शांतिमय शांति। हे प्रभु शांति प्रदान कर, दूर हो सर्व शांति। देव सदा फल शांतिमय, शांति शांति सुख शांति, शांति शांति सुख शांति। प्रेम से बोलिए सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय। Thank you so much. Back to you, Dipali ji.
Thank you so much, Chandan Singh ji, for coming up with all the vote of thanks and the Shanti path. Hope Sadhguru guides us in our journey of meditation and being fit and staying mentally positive. On this note, we come to a healthy conclusion. All that one needs is a healthy body and a healthy mind in perfect combination. So please eat natural food, drink sufficient water, exercise daily, sleep tight, and stay positive. And nothing better to reiterate, keep focused, keep connected, keep meditating daily. Thank you on a very positive note. Stay blessed. Jai Sadhguru Dev.